Alright, what's up, guys? So, welcome to Wrestling with TMossBoss. And, wait, is it wrestling? I didn't change my name so many different times with my YouTube channels. Like, I don't really remember names that well. Wrestling with TMossBoss. Okay, there we go. I remember my name. I knew I knew it was that name. Alright, I was like, it was the first name that came to mind. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. So, but no, it was like TMossBoss talks sports, Moss gets athletic. Well, that was my other sports channel. I think now it's TMossBoss talks sports. But then I was like, I created a wrestling channel because I was like, okay, I wanted to like have a channel where it's just strictly wrestling stuff. I think I talked on this before, but anyways, no, let's talk on this. Let's talk on Ronda Rousey's hatred for the WWE right now. And this tweet that she well, it wasn't like a tweet that she made, but I guess like it was a quote from her book and things where, yeah, she's just pretty much like downplaying WWE. And my thing is this: it's no disrespect to Ronda Rousey, but at the same time, what were you going to like? No, the thing is this: she very well could have had a career after UFC, but it's like I personally feel that she would not be at the level that she's at right now. Like, don't get me wrong, one of the greats to ever walk the face of this earth in sports, but at the same time, it's like I felt like that WWE did put her on in somewhat of a, high level in things, but it wasn't like you provided anything in WWE. Like, I think, because I've talked on this before, I personally feel that Ronda Rousey should have definitely went into WWE outside of the UFC character. She's trying to bring a UFC character to the WWE, and it's like, look at every other. And I had to say probably the one and only time where this worked out was with Brock Lesnar. But at the same time, it's like, if you've seen Brock Lesnar in the last like few times we've seen him in WWE, this man was having some character. He was cracking jokes. He was making moments. And with you, it was like we didn't get that vibe. So I'm not gonna say that she wasn't a good wrestler. I just felt that there was something that she should have provided, and I felt like, yeah, it was character. I've said this before, where it's like she needed to provide character, but it's like, if you don't have character, and she tried playing as the good person and the bad person, if you don't have no character with both a face or a heel, it's like, fam, it's not gonna work. If it's just bland, and I feel like I'm playing something out of a WWE video game, it's not gonna work. You have to have some sort of character. You gotta have some sort of passion. When you look at people like The Miz, Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins, I'm like, he's one of those guys where he's like a chameleon, where it's like he can play anybody, whether it's good, bad. Even when he did kind of have like well, I can't really call it bland, but it's like, I had to say, compared to all the other characters afterwards when he was like Shield Rollins, yeah, it was like he had character, but it wasn't like how it is today. So I have to say, that's probably out of all the characters, that's like the minimum of bland. But at the same time, he still had character. He still has something going on for himself, and the list goes on. Even if we're looking at somebody where it's like, they come off as being themselves. Rey Mysterio. Let's think of some other people. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I just feel like those guys are just like really funny when it came to like, but even if they did have like their serious moments, they had their serious moments. But I feel like a lot of times like they're looking within themselves on, how can I make this character have a 5-star match or a 5-star promo, or make it the most talked about segment in the whole episode and things. But it's like, I got to do something in order for people to capture people's attention. And it's like when she was what was it, the last pay-per-view she did was SummerSlam, and it was like that like UFC style match with Shayna Blazer. No, it's Baszler. Wait a minute, I don't know why it's like every time Baszler. Okay, so no, I said her name right. I don't know why I get to her name and it's like I mess up. But anyways, but it was like people were walking out of that match. Like that was something I'm like, I genuinely felt bad for Ronda Rousey. Don't get me wrong. It's like, I know people don't like Ronda Rousey, but it's like she was somebody where I can't necessarily say that I had like hatred towards her character, or just overall hatred towards her. And I know there's people out there where they were like, oh, I hate her and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But no, it's just one of those things where it's like, I think she just needed to adjust. But it's like calling WWE a minimum effort, lazy show and stuff. I ain't gonna, cause explicit, there's kids watching, I'm still keeping it PG and things. But yeah, it's like saying that about a company that took a chance on you and stuff. And it's like, me personally, I felt like WWE didn't blow their chance with Ronda Rousey, because look at all the moments they had before Ronda Rousey and after Ronda Rousey. I feel like that she pretty much blew her chance with WWE. So it's like, call me whatever you want, say whatever you want. I know there's gonna probably be a Ronda Rousey. She'll probably one day see this video and flip me on the ground or something. But it's like, and my thing is this: you got that level of anger towards something that I ain't said. Most likely, I ain't said something. Right. So it's like that's something where it's just, I guess like, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's one of those things where, pretty much what I just said, I'm like, that's how I personally feel about this statement. But yeah, I saw this tweet some time ago, and I'm like, fam, you cannot talk about pretty much like the best wrestling company in the world. And I'm not trying to come off as like a WWE fanboy, but at the same time, it's like, fam, these guys are doing perfectly fine right now. Like, they can have so many different things going on, and people are, I guarantee and I promise you, Ronda Rousey is not going to come up in the conversation. If, let's say, Roman Reigns came back this Friday, do you think people are going to be talking about, oh, I wonder what Ronda Rousey would be doing at this moment? If, let's just say, if I'm trying to think of like somebody that's like new to, Roxanne and let me think of, and Ava, they can both cut like the most dopest promo of on NXT, and these are people where it's like they're not on that same like level as you and well, maybe Ava and stuff, but no, but at the same time, it's like, if we're talking like, without like knowing of these two people, like talking on Ava and Roxanne, and let's say they cut like the craziest promo and they have like this all-out brawl and it's like some wild stuff, do you think the name Ronda Rousey is going to come up in that conversation? Even let's say if they were to do like some MMA style fight, do you think the name Ronda Rousey is going to come up in that conversation? No, it is not. So that's something where it's like, you can't make it seem like that you're better than WWE, where it's like, fam, you went, whether they went to you or you went to them, still stuff was being signed, stuff was said, and overall, you signed with them at some point. You very well could have started your own wrestling company, did your own thing, went back to the UFC, whatever you wanted to do, but you went to WWE. So I'm saying at the end, and you blew your shot there. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, when I see this, it's like, fam, it's kind of weird that, you're calling them out, and it's like, fam, you didn't really do much when you were signed with them. Yeah, you had some moments, don't get me wrong, but it's like, yeah, you didn't really do much when you were signed with them. So sorry, but yeah, it's just, I feel like that. A lot of other people feel like that, and I'm saying this, and it showed when people were walking out in the middle of your match. They're going to use the bathroom. They're getting snacks. They're all like, fam, I don't even care about that right now. That's messed up. That's overall messed up. But it's like, why did them fans do that? It was, and it's like, and they stayed for every other match, even if it was a match like, let's say it was like two no-name NXT wrestlers, but let's say they put on a 5-star match. Nobody doesn't even know who these guys are, but still, they sat and watched. You, on the other hand, it's like they already knew what was coming, so they just left. That's messed up. So it's one of those things where it's like, fam, I wouldn't recommend saying anything else about WWE, but who knows? Maybe she might say some more stuff, or she probably, I could see her doing that, probably going back. But who knows? They probably seeing stuff like this, and they're all like, nah, she ain't welcome back to the WWE. So who knows, bro? But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.